Good morning or good afternoon, and welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land. I'm Rolene Marks in Adelaide, Australia, part of my whirlwind tour, being invited by WITA Australia for their triennial conference. And hey, I'm doing the round of the cities. But let's look at today's top story. Now, according to Israeli Channel 12 last night, they said that Hamas and Israel have agreed to a 6-month ceasefire. Both parties, both representatives of Hamas and of Israel, have denied that any such ceasefire is in place. And this comes just weeks after a weekend saw over 700 rockets and mortars fired from the Gaza Strip into Israel, killing 4 civilians. Israel responded by firing on at least 300 strategic targets, and thank goodness for the Iron Dome that intercepted and destroyed most of these projectiles. Now, according to the phantom ceasefire, because both parties have denied it, the ceasefire would entail that Hamas stop firing their rockets, as well as committing arson terror in the form of incendiary devices being sent over the border to set fire to Israeli farmlands. So we'll watch this and see how this progresses, and whether or not we do get to the point where there is a permanent ceasefire agreed to and not denied by both parties. Also, we've been talking Trump peace plan, and the Trump administration has invited Israel to Bahrain for the seminar or the conference, however you choose to word it, on ways that economic empowerment or economic incentives could be given to the West Bank and to the Gaza Strip to improve the situation there. The special envoy to the Middle East, Jason Greenblatt, actually took to Twitter because many people have been saying that this seems to be a plan just focused on the economic issues and on nothing else. And he says, unless you've seen the peace plan, don't comment. However, the Palestinian Authority have called for boycotts of the economic conference in Bahrain, saying that they will not be attending. And again, hearing from Jason Greenblatt saying that the Palestinians are on the wrong side of history, as they don't want to improve the situation or come to the negotiating table. We haven't heard from Israel whether or not we will be attending the conference. And now, word from the Knesset, and while all the coalition planning is underfoot, one thing that we have heard from the Knesset is that they will be giving equal rights to same-sex partners of members of Knesset. The rationale behind this is that this is reflective of Israeli society, and we do want equality for all. And yes, this new Knesset will feature equal rights and equal benefits for the partners of same-sex marriages. Now, just a reminder that there is so much brilliant content on our Lay of the Land website. You can check us out at www.layoftheland.online. And today you can read Dave Kaplan's summary of Eurovision. It was the week that was and the week that rocked. And just a little anecdote for you. Apparently, the staff of El Al seated Hatari, the band from Iceland, that really upset, funny enough, both BDS and Israelis with their stunt at Eurovision. They were seated really in the most inconvenient seats that you would want to be sat on a plane, and really, you cannot make this stuff up. Also, don't forget that you can join our growing Facebook family. You can like us on Lottel's site. That's at Lottel's site. That's because the original Lay of the Land was taken, so we're Lottel's site. But join us by liking us and following us, and click on the subscribe button below to get your daily edition of the Israel Brief. I'm Rolene Marks for the Israel Brief, and the next time I speak to you, I will be in Perth.